theoretical justification for this. I won't spend a long time on it, but I am enthusiastic about this. If you have time, I strongly recommend Diane Larson Freeman's Teaching Language from Grammar to Grammaring. Her whole book talks about these kind of concepts. She breaks down grammar into 3 mutually interacting forces of form, meaning, and use. Okay? She gives some examples. To me, I think she needs to write another book and just fill it with the kind of examples like this in terms of meaning and use. She did illustrate it with one example I'd like to share with you if you're not familiar with it. Again, even a simple word like house. We teach form with the word house. We teach its pronunciation. We teach that it's a common count noun. We teach that we put the plural on it with a syllabalized S. Houses, it adds another syllable, all form. We can teach meaning by sending them to a dictionary, and I got a dictionary definition. Where is it? A house means a construction intended to be used for human habitation, or according to Longman's Learner's Dictionary, a place where people live. Okay. But what about its use? How do we teach how we use it? Because we have other words, synonyms: dwelling, domicile, residence, habitat, abode, Shakespeare, flat, British English, which most Americans have never even heard of that word used that way. Apartment, condominium, slang, pad, digs. Newest one that I've heard, your crib. Your crib. So how do we have to deal with that? We have to teach them context along with it, just like we have to teach them context along here. When I start to teach this, and I tell my students these things, they say, "Why didn't anybody ever teach us that?" I said, "Well, we didn't know about it for a long time. It's just becoming into our consciousness as teachers." Now when I'm teaching a writing class, I have to tell students, I say, just write. Get down your first draft, get your thoughts. But in addition to the editing process for the normal grammar things, they have to ask themselves questions. Like, what's the relationship between what's here and what's here? For me, is it equal? Have I chosen my subject and verb wisely? Have I put my old information at the beginning of the sentence and my new information at the end? And what do these words mean, and is that what I mean? And I think, I teach advanced students. I think the lowest writing class I've ever taught is intermediate high. I've taught up to advanced high. So when the examples I'm going to give now for how we teach this will be related to that. But the challenge is, how do we get this meaning and this usage material into the first time, or the appropriate time, maybe not the first time we're teaching this stuff. How do we get students to do that? I'm going to give examples today about how I do it with advanced students. And I don't believe in reinventing the wheel. I found some very good examples from the Little Brown Handbook, which is neither little nor brown. It's written by two people whose names happen to be Mr. Little and Mr. Brown. Originally, way back when. Now, someone by the name of Fowler is editing it every year, and his name is on the actual, as the actual author, but I'm getting into too many details.